Okay, let's work on materials. Start with the walls. Same as in the living room, this object has multiple IDs. The first ID is for a white plaster. The second and third are for tiles. Let's create a multi-sub-object material and set the number to 3. Next, create 3 Corona physical materials and plug them into the multi-sub-object material slots. I will change the colors so we can see the effect. Let's apply the material to the object. Additionally, I will apply this material to this object, as it's not part of the main wall object. I will copy this material and use it for the floor. This will give us an understanding of how the space will look like. Let's start with the first material. As I said, it's normal white plaster. I will add the color map, normal map, roughness, and displacement to the editor and plug them into the material. For the bump, as usual, we have to add a Corona normal map. We have to add your UVW map modifier. Set it to 100 centimeters. Actually, I will enable real-world map size and adjust the size inside of the map. I will show you a really nice technique. We can show additional parameters on the map. So let's add U and V tiling. Next, we have to add a linear float controller. Let's plug this into the U and V slots, as our map is squared. Now we can adjust the sizing using this value. It's inverted because it's U and V tiling, not size. It's not a problem, but you have to keep this in mind. Let's do the same for the other textures. Now we can control all the textures at once using this controller. If you have a lot of textures and the size or other parameters are likely to change, this technique is super useful. Keep other parameters as default, as you can see on the preview. The roughness looks good. We can select the map and the controller and copy it down to the second material. This way, we don't have to do the setup again. Actually, let's start with the third material. I will plug it into the base color slot and adjust the sizing. Let's copy the UVW modifier to the object. You can see that this value adjusted automatically. Let's copy it 3 times. Now just replace the textures and we have everything set up. We'll use roughness, displacement, and normal map. Unplug the color map to see how the displacement works. Let's see how it looks rendered. We have to disable the material override option. I will reset the color to gray. Displacement is a bit too large, and we'll adjust it. Way better. We'll plug the other maps back. It's way too dark. We have to adjust the colors using Color Correct map. I will increase the gamma. I think we have to do some adjustments in the tone mapping as well. I will increase the exposure. The materials inside affect the lighting, so if you use dark materials, for sure, you will have to brighten in the image. Now we can see that the curtain is way overexposed. So I will use the highlight compression to fix this. The tiles are a bit too saturated. Looks good. I think the material is a bit too reflective. I will increase the brightness of the roughness map to reduce the reflection. For the second material, I will use the same maps, but instead of plugging the same color, I will copy just the color correct map and make it way brighter. I will lower the contrasts. I will make it a bit brighter. Even more. Great, I am happy with that. Next, let's work on the mirror material. I will create a new Corona physical material and change the preset to Chrome. This will give us the mirror material. As you can see, the metalness mode is changed to metal and the color is set to light gray, so very reflective. We have to use the white color here. I think we need to adjust the tiles a bit. I will lower the contrast even more. I will increase the gamma a bit to reduce the contrast even more. Next, let's work on the floor material. Here are the textures we'll use for that material. Link everything together as usual. We have to add a UVW modifier to the object and then adjust the size. Plug the color map to preview the texture. think it needs to be a bit smaller. Let's unplug the color and see what the displacement looks like. The displacement is a bit too strong. I will use the minimum value to push it down instead of up. Let's see how it looks rendered. The scale and size of the displacement are correct. I will plug the color map. We have to make some changes to the color and contrast. I will decrease the gamma to make it darker and more contrasty. Also, let's reduce the saturation. Looking good. I think this material is a bit too reflective. Let's adjust the roughness map using color correct map. A bit more. I think it works well. Next, let's add the wood material for the shelves. Add new Corona physical material and add the textures to the editor. I will not use displacement as it is not necessary, and I will always try to optimize the file as much as possible. Let's plug all the textures and see how it looks. We have to adjust the roughness map to make it less reflective. Also, we have to add a UVW modifier to the object. The map has a 2:1 aspect ratio, so we have to make one side 2 times larger than the others. The length is the one that should be larger. Go to the gizmo settings. You can click one on the keyboard as a shortcut and adjust the mapping. We have to rotate it and move around to find the best position. Awesome! Next, the marble material. Here are the textures. Add the maps to the editor and plug everything together. Let's apply the material to the models and adjust the mapping. I will copy the mapping and paste it to the wash basins as well. Also, apply the material to the wash basins. This material looks good straight away, so let's move to the last material. Lastly, we will create the metal material for the tabs. will start with the preset. Use coppered foil. Then just adjust the color. I will make it gray. Let's reset the edge color to gray as well. Great! I will just make it darker using the color. Looks better. Here's the final effect. I'm happy with the results.